Hello, you lovely, lovely people. Welcome to this Tuesday morning, I believe it is. And today's video is going to be a serious topic. And I think a topic that should be spoken about. And I think many of us need to be aware of what's going on and what can happen and what probably will happen in one way or another. And as we know, because of all the crap that's happened, all of the incidents of the vloggers, I don't need to mention them here, you know who they are. The Philippines is tightening up, okay? Now, are we still welcome in the Philippines? Are we still welcome? Now, we all know the Filipinos are the most hospitable and friendly people. We know that. We feel it when we hear. But even the most patient of people, and they are very patient, we have to be patient. We live in the Philippines, but they are just born patient. That patience will wear thin because of everything that's happening. I went out yesterday, and I saw a couple of my angling friends, and they even mentioned that Russian guy with the HIV. And they said to me, Stephen, was it true? And I said, well, he didn't have HIV, but the video was true, yeah, because everyone was there to see it. And he said, it's terrible, isn't it? And I said, yeah. And then they started talking in their own language, and we have to realise, and we do have to realise, all of us who live here, or all of us who intend to come here, is not to take advantage of these Filipinos. And I mean take advantage of them where stupid vloggers are going into these impoverished areas and capitalise and making money on their misfortunes. Okay, we are lucky because we were born in the West. Okay, we were born there. So we haven't seen that kind of poverty, but it doesn't mean to say that it's to take a video and to make money on it and putting it onto YouTube. We shouldn't do that. If you want to see what it's like in these areas, simply go onto the documentaries on YouTube of the proper news media outlets that do these kind of videos or documentaries. It's not for us to do that. It's not. And the cockerels, again, we all know what it's like to live here. We know that it's noisy. We know that everything takes time, but we already know that. So what's the point in complaining about it when we already know about it? We can't keep knocking the place. If we didn't know about these things, I mean, God, there are so many vloggers out there who talk about the Philippines. They bring it up, they bring it down and everything like that. My videos are real life. Things that have happened to me and my family, with my wife's family. So I video that. It's not a bad thing. It's just what I do. I don't go into impoverished areas and make videos of people pooing in the lanes or whatever they do. I don't do that. It's something that I wouldn't even consider doing. I wouldn't consider going into a place where people have got no money and people have no education, no clean running water, and video on that and think I'm going to make some money on this because people are going to click on it. No. Listen, I hear many people on my comments, on my videos, saying I wouldn't buy a house, I wouldn't buy land because we can't own it. Well, listen, we already know that. We, as foreigners who buy land here and build a house, we already know that. We know it's a risk that we are taking. It's nothing new. It's nothing, it hasn't just happened yesterday where the Filipinos have changed the laws and where, look, the flies live because it's damp. It's raining. And you're probably going to hear click, click, click on this roof now. So I might have to keep this video short and sweet. But we already know that. Good. We need to take chances in life. I wish I took this chance years ago and come somewhere like to here, because my life is so much better here than the UK for all of its problems. And I might have to go inside because you're going to have noise. I'm going to go inside, people, because you are going to hear the pick, 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 pick of that. In here you don't. So, please, vloggers, if you're thinking of coming here and stirring it up and, you know, taking the piss out of these Filipinos' hospitality and their kindness and their welcome. They welcome you. But it's not going to last. It's not going to last if people, us foreigners, continue to do what we do. Not me, and probably not you, but these idiots that do it. Then it's not going to be welcoming no more. Listen, and this is just my 2 pence worth, okay? Do the government want us here? Well, yes, they do, because of the economy and the money tourism brings in. But let's just say they took that, this place become rich, right? Just imagine this place become rich and it didn't rely on tourism. They don't want us here because of all the shit that we cause. And we do. You've only got to look on the news about different foreigners from different nations, different nationalities, getting into trouble, you know, fighting, stabbing and all that kind of stuff. They don't really want us here because of what we do. Thank heavens, the majority of us are law-abiding citizens. Thank heavens for that. But it doesn't take much and it doesn't take a lot for something happen to change. Now, vloggers now, so I've seen, are required to video in certain places to obtain a permit. A vlogging, it's called a vlogger's permit, okay? And this is in the Philippines. There is a gentleman who was vlogging in somewhere in Manila, and he was vlogging about this place or this building, and he had to get a permit. Now, this is the start. Like I said a few weeks ago, when all this was happening with, you know, pro-life and, you know, that stupid idiot who was going to be spreading the HIV and that crap, that, and Vitali, obviously Vitali. But I said something is going to start happening, and it is. It started. Now this is the start. Now for people like me, because I don't really vlog buildings and all that kind of stuff at the moment, I don't need it. But this is the start. They will be doing something behind the scenes in government where vloggers, people who come to the Philippines and are carrying phones and doing, we're going to have to obtain something. Maybe not so much people like me, but there will be something happening to people like me in the future. I know there will be. I know. Now, I can't blame them. I really can't blame them. Now I know in the UK, people don't like you vlogging. You know, you can be walking down the street and doing shops and things like that. It's not illegal because it's a public place, but people don't like it. I remember doing a vlog years ago down Carnaby Street, and everyone was looking at me and the reason I did that video was because how it had changed over the years, you know, because Carnaby Street has changed drastically over the years. And I did a video there, and I was made to feel like an alien. People were looking at me, and I was just videoing shops, you know, how the shops, you know, some of the shops had closed down and blah, blah, blah. And that's how it's going to be here, people. At the moment, when we do videos here, and we see Filipinos, many of them want to be on camera, don't they? But I don't really turn it round to, I don't do that, because I know at the same time they can turn that round and say, well, I don't want to be on that, and they can make a complaint. So I try not to put myself in a situation where, like a complaint or an allegation against me, putting a video on YouTube and monetizing it. So that's why I don't do it. But people, please, if you come into the Philippines, don't be a prat. You know, don't take advantage of the hospitality and the kindness of the Filipinos. And yes, we know some Filipinos are opportunists, but there are many opportunists in our country. Just the same. We've got to start to realise, the people who come to the Philippines have got to stop complaining. We've got to stop complaining about the harsher things here, like the patience, getting things done. We know what it's like. And to be totally honest with you, if we don't like it, there's nothing stopping us leaving. Instead of continuing to complain, continuing to make stupid, horrible comments. Now, I know the people who don't live here, who watch my channel. Yes, you're entitled to make those comments. You really are, because I understand how many people can't live here. And it's good that you don't come and try and live here, because you already know you can't do it. You know, it's not for you. You know, I get that. But for the people who already live here, and they already know the laws to a degree, and still complain, and still continue to complain. Look, I know many of you people have said this before. When I say we are a guest in the country, a lot of you say, well, you know, we should be more than guests. We are guests, like it or not. Our visa is a privilege. My visa 13A, yours tourist, or a SRRV, whatever visa you are on, that can be revoked at any time. It's not a given. It's not a given. It is a privilege to have these visas. Now, the Philippines, to my knowledge, is one of the most visa-friendly to foreigners that I know in the world. You know, tourists can stay here from certain countries for 3 years. Renew your visa, then you can go out and do a visa run, come back and reset it. But they can take that visa off you in an instant. Mine, my 13A. If I was to upset the government or something like that, or do something that was derogatory towards the government, like talking about the political system, blah, 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 they can just come and take my visa away and they can deport me. So why do we want to do that? Why do we want to do that? I certainly don't want to do that. I know the political system here. It's the way it is. We have to respect how it is here. We just have to respect it. If you don't agree with the law, that's fine. But we still have to respect it. And I wish that the UK, with all the crap that's going on in the UK, I wish that the UK were more like this government. I don't mean corruption and all that kind of stuff, of course, because the British government is just corrupt, but they hide it more. But I wish the British government would look out for the citizens. And I got a comment yesterday from a stupid man who leaves comments all the time like this, said, how can you leave your country and blah, 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 are you insane? And I thought to myself, I'll be insane to stay there with all of the shit that's going on at the moment in my country. You know, I know you get die-hard supporters of a country, and yes, am I patriotic? Well, I'm British. I come from the United Kingdom, so I suppose I am patriotic in a way, but would I fight for my country? Would I? Hell, no. Would I fight for a country that doesn't even let you hang your flag up outside your house? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And I'm speaking the God's honest truth. I wouldn't. If I was young enough to. But I'm not. I'm not young enough to fight now. I'm past the age, I think. I'm past the age. God forbid that there is a war where they do conscripts, but nevertheless. So listen, people, please, don't make it terrible for the rest of us here. If you don't like it, then just piss off. Go back home or go to another country. And please, don't do these vlogs of, you know, that's against the law here to do, you know, harass people, go to these impoverished areas like I said and video these poor people. Don't do it. There are plenty of content. There's plenty of content to make without digging in the bottom of the barrel. Really, we want to be welcome here. We want to continue being welcome here. But like I said earlier on, even the most patient people can lose patience. And if these people, like I said when I was there yesterday with some angling friends, they even know about these videos that have been put out by that Russian guy, and they didn't mention pro-life, but they mentioned that AIDS thing, the HIV. And they, you know, they think it's disgusting. And it doesn't take much for them to go against us. We have to respect the culture here. We have to respect their traditions, even if you don't like it. You have to respect it. We're here. We know what it's like. We know the brownouts happen. We know this, that. We know sometimes how the internet is a bit wishy-washy. God, just accept it. Doesn't mean to say you have to run around dancing like a clown saying, the electric's off, it'll come back on tomorrow. You don't have to do that. But, you know, I said, well, the electric's off, you know, it'll come back on when it comes on. That's what I do. Buy a generator, like I have. Buy that, you know. It is what it is, people here. It is what it is. So please, a word of warning for yourself, not for me. For yourself, behave yourself. Don't get yourself into trouble. Don't get yourself deported. If you don't like it and you're getting yourself agitated and exasperated, leave. It's the easiest thing to do. People, that's it. I'm over and out until next time. Thank you. Bye bye.